So a while ago, a branch fell in the front yard of my tree there, and I had my yard guy come clean it up, and he did. And then, ironically, 3 a.m. that night, the other branch fell, and it fell right over my front there. It didn't hit anything. Everything's good. Everything's clean, but yeah, I decided to just cut down a tree, and there's a potential for like a few weeks for them to come in, but I guess I don't know what made them come early. They came like 2 days after I called them. The dude came in, and then he looked at it, and then he gave us a quote. I signed it off, and they're like, "Yeah, we'll come tomorrow and do it." I was like, "Oh, okay, that's great," which is wonderful because which also I felt like I might have wasted my time clearing that front. I cleared that front just so like if I order stuff or whatever, people can come into the house. But they came in quick. I think the dude saw that the tree. So first off, the reason I wanted to cut the tree down was because there's big branches like hovering over the street there, and that's the reason why I want to cut off. Because like once that happens, it needs to be cleared. So I rather just get rid of it now. And the guy probably saw the same thing. He probably thought he's like, we should get rid of this before it gets worse. So that's pretty nice of them. And it was the July 4th week also, just like a few days before July 4th. After that, I decided to test my wireless follow focus again to see if it can work because I don't want this to go to waste. And luckily, I was able to actually fix it and find the issue. So, if you didn't see my video, like maybe a few weeks ago, I posted up the fixed. You have to run the USB-C from the first motor to the second one through the second port. So I think port one takes up more voltage and it can't like handle both at the same time. So that's my solution. I don't know if it's right, but I am here at the fire station in Branson West, helping out Dakota Dowell and Joseph Giddens there. I'm gonna be running sound for them, and this is a recruiting video that I think he's been making me quite a few of these. We did a few. Well, I did one with them a while ago. It was at a police station. I couldn't do BTS of that just because it's a police station. So he was able to get the fire station here to make a video, and I was allowed to do BTS for it as well. So that's pretty cool. And it's a pretty simple setup. Giddens, for some reason, decided to use a Aperture 1200D as a key light, and it's just super bright, overkill. He was at like 0.01% the whole time. But I guess, he's like, I have it, I'm going to use it. I don't know. That's not exactly his quote or anything. But it was a pretty simple setup, like I said. They kind of do semi-moody lighting, and it works for these type of videos. We kind of want to grow interest. It's not quite a marketing video or a corporate video that's pretty high key or anything like that. But yeah, more interviews. We were running the FX3 or FX6 rather, and yeah, that's the FX3 there. And for a while, I thought it was the A7 IV, so I didn't run timecode to it until like the last interview, and I was like, "This is the FX3. I can run timecode," but whatever. This is also the second use of my new boom pole there, which doesn't matter. But it's just an interview, like I said. So we're just gonna run boom on a C stand and keep things very simple. This shoot was actually pretty quick. The interviews, it wasn't really like, detailed interviews. It was, what do you like about the station, but this and that. It was just a few questions, and I think it was probably like 15 minutes at the most for each person, and it was probably like 6 people talking. So we ended pretty early. I was expected to be there all day. Giddens and Dowell, they stayed all day. They did more B-roll stuff afterwards. So my basement is basically clean again. I cleared it out. We ended up not using it. Obviously, we used the garage instead. But I'm glad I cleared it out because, by God, did it need to be clean. So I think I'm going to utilize this space as kind of gear prep a little bit, because This room here, although it's great, I kind of want to keep it as a storage rather than a prep room a little more, because I'm running out of space in general. So yeah, I just think they're just laid out, That's because like I use them quite often, or whatever. They get taken out a lot. Like this spot here is just a mess on a constant basis, and I hate it. And I do a pretty good job keeping this area clear for the most part, but see, it's starting to kind of stack up from the right here going in. So I wanted to keep it clear in some way to store like temporary stuff like my gimbal, or something like that. The battery station is just a mess constantly because I still have to use USB-C to charge everything. And over here it's pretty decent, So I kind of want to, maybe I might just add another shelf unit here. Just stack it up and just actually make it kind of like that. This I kind of want to make it like that. I think I mentioned it in a previous video, but I don't know. Because like if the batteries are up here, like there's so much space that I can only grab stuff, and I won't be utilizing the entire back section if I only grab stuff from the front. So it's not exactly ideal. So I don't know, like it's weird. Like every video I watch from who make a charging station, it's always on the wall, and that makes sense. Like maybe I can just move it to over here or something. Maybe just move this over here. I don't know. That's a lot of work. Unfortunately, I don't really have that much time to decide what to do or even do it. So, this works for now. I don't charge my batteries that often, so this works. I'm just gonna keep it like that. But then, this area is clear now. So I think I mentioned I was going to like build it to become kind of a podcast studio or just any studio, make it look nice. We'll see. It's getting more and more difficult to kind of do what my goal is when I'm still hustling and still trying to, make it, make money basically.